listen, you this is why the Radical Sisters books are so important, because they teach your brain to redesign itself,
Mm,
because the way she's written her words, unbeknownst to her, and I know she doesn't like for me to talk about it because she's real shy and humble, but her books have the way the words work in her books. It teaches your brain to realign and redo a synapses and make connections that aren't
mm,
usually there,
mm,
because her book is it's beyond what she thinks it is. It's
mm,
sort of a tool to make you understand how to build a pyramid,
mm.
because it's got pyramid thinking in there,
There
and
you
she
go.
doesn't even know she put it in there.
Mhm.
She's got things that I have. Let me tell you something. I have got 2 shelves of books behind me, 2 shelves of book downstairs, 2, 3 boxes of books, plus books I've given away to libraries because I read that much.
Mm.
Out of all those books, I have never seen something that she did in her book that's in none of them. Okay? In the book, she wrote, let me see, how can I put it? She was speaking of a village in Africa that did a design that of their buildings, right? And in this black one.
Yeah,
And this,
Guranchi.
yes. And then the character who was speaking in the book, because this character speaks in past tense, future tense, and present tense. There's
Mhm.
3 levels of reality going on right there. So um that's how you can see omnipotent time all around you. And that's the only time I only seen that visual, was able to make a real visualization of it by the way
Mm.
she wrote it. But anyway, when she talked about the Giraji, the character said to the reader, and they described the village, and then it said to the reader, go look it up. And I think you call it Google. Go look it up and go Google this. And so as I was reading, I realized I didn't know what that term meant. And when he told me to go Google it, I did. I did Google it, looked at it, studied it, and absorbed it. Came back and it said, nice, wasn't it? And I nearly fell out my chair. I jumped. I jumped. It
Uh,
scared me.
mm.
It
Wow.
I went to I freaked. I
Uh,
freaked out
wow.
Excuse me.
because
I was sorry to interrupt you. I was doing something with my son. Could you? What was the word you said again?
Guranchi. I think it's spelled Gouronsi. Guranci. It's African based on fractal
yes.
mathematics.
Yes. And I freaked out because the book was talking to me. That's a virtual reality book where the reader becomes a character inside of the book. The reader's presence is from that period of their last sentence to that little blank space before the next capital letter. I became a character in the book. Every
Mm.
reader became a character in the book. It's so simple, it's genius, but that's what she did. That's a level of a reality where I freaked out because the book started talking to me directly.
Mm,
It made eye contact with me. That's scary.
mm.
Mm.
And no book has done that before. And it was a simple technique. Out of
Because
all
every
the
book
books
you
I could
read, you
find,
know you're reading it.
yes, it read it. And it
Mm.
that's new.
I'm
Okay, that is
reading a
a new
book. Yes, I'm
thing.
reading a book. Let me finish reading this book, right? You know,
Yeah,
it felt like a part of the story, though.
yes,
Mm.
you
Hmm.
understand. And so
Yeah.
I'm in the book. Now I
Mm.
am in the book. It
Yeah.
put me there. And
Mm.
not just,
Mm.
words, but it put the reader in the book directly. No book has done that. Now, books have talked to you in first person, but it
Yeah.
never interacted with you in first person.
Mm.
You
Interesting.
see, that's
Mm.
genius level. And she don't even know she did that genius thing. But if you ever see that
Nope.
technique again, and I suspect it will be adopted, but that's where you seen it first. Okay.
Mm.
Ooh, okay. No, I have no idea. I just do what feels good. There we
Yes.
go.
Yes, and that's not, and that was scary. I jumped out my chair
Mm.
because that freaked me out so bad.
Wow.
Mm.
And that
Wow.
was just that little, and I remember that. So I took that seriously when I read her book, and other things that she did that took it to another level, and not just the imagery, but other stuff. What I'm saying is that anybody who hasn't already read her book, get it, because that will help your brain grow.